Live.
Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed us to live for another Saturday night to run this beautiful youth program, courtesy of Brotherhood Boxing, Brother Keith and the amazing Brother Bilal, who started this program and giving back Australia's only here in support. Every week, as you know, we'll be running an interview of someone who's had a bad life, and alhamdulillah, they've become better now, and they're going to come and share their experiences, so you guys never have to make the same mistakes that they did. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Really good. Okay, so today we've got the amazing Brother Ibrahim with us. Brother Ibrahim, I was lucky enough to meet a little while ago now, and let me just give you a little bit of a history on Brother Ibrahim. From what I know, Brother Ibrahim has 6 children, okay, and he's about to tell you a little bit about his life. There's something that he's hiding from you, and I'm going to ask him to take his jacket off while he's introducing himself and show you. Brother Ibrahim, is there something that you're ashamed of on your body?
Yes, well, I've got, I've got my arms covered in tattoos. It's something that you can never get rid of them, unless you've got the money these days.
You know, subhanAllah, Brother Ibrahim, can I ask you, how old are you when you first got your very first tattoo?
I was 15 years old when I got my first tattoo.
You were 15 years old?
Yeah, 15 years old.
And what made you do it? Was it like cool or?
I had a friend that had the tattoos, and he said, "Oh, come past my mate's house, and we'll get a tattoo and stuff like that." And I thought it was cool. And I put a tattoo on, subhanAllah. And then...
Is it somewhere we can see, the very first one?
My very first tattoo is on my chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's more than what's on your arms?
Yes, that's all down my back and my chest.
Can we just lift your hand up and show the boys? Have a look at this, boys. There's tattoos. Oh, yeah. All over him. Ibrahim, so you started off with your first one?
Yes.
And that didn't stop from there?
No, I started with my first one, and then I thought, oh, it's too small, I want to get something bigger so people can see. I look cool. So I just kept going and going and going and didn't stop, subhanAllah, and now it's covered my whole left arm.
Ibrahim, did you know at that time that tattoos are haram in Islam?
No, at that time I wasn't practicing much Islam. I have brothers and like family members that all got tattoos, so I thought it was cool. So I started putting tattoos on.
Did you grow up in a house with Muslims?
Yes, I did. My family were Muslims, alhamdulillah, and I was living with my older brother, and he's got tattoos all over him, and I saw him as something cool, like it was, yeah.
And is there anything on here that means something? Because there is a lot of tattoos and a lot of numbers and letters and everything.
There's a few meanings in that. It's got love, loyalty, respect, and stuff like that all over me, but really it doesn't mean nothing.
Doesn't mean nothing,
no.
But back then it was...
It was the cool. It was something you wanted to have back in my days.
Did your mother and father get upset when they'd see you put those tattoos on?
Yes, I came home one day and my father was just about to give me a good smack across the mouth, so I'd done the runner, and just...
And you have to be over 18 to get them, but you managed to find someone.
Yeah, well, I got it done, and this is one thing you've got to watch out for, boys. That I got done in the backyard. My first couple of tattoos in the backyard, and the worst thing in getting it done in the backyard is you can get many diseases.
Ooh.
You can get hepatitis. You can get because people that do backyard, they don't clean their equipment.
And these are diseases that if you get this disease, you'll never get rid of it.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
So you have to live with it for the rest of your life.
Yes, and most times it will kill you.
Okay, so without talking about what gang you were from or what motorcycle gang you were affiliated with, how old were you when you first started joining gangs?
I was around 27 years old.
Yep. Did you have children back then? Can you tell us a little bit about that time?
I had 6 children at the time.
Yep.
I had 6 children, and I thought it was a good idea to join the club and have a brotherhood, as they call it. But one thing I learned was it was probably the fakest thing I ever done in my life.
When you say brotherhood, what do you mean? Can you explain to these young boys so they understand?
Well, when you first go into a club and that, they all say, "Oh, we're your brother.
club, as in a motorcycle gang?
Yes, as a motorcycle club. They say that we're your brother and we're here for you and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, as soon as they have no need for you no more, you're no longer their brothers.
So you went in there because you thought you were going to have a lot more friends.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and like love them like brothers and be there for each other.
that's right.
But I overheard you say that you realised that was fake.
Yeah.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, a lot of them like we're wearing our club. They call them patches on our patches and our vests and that. And
So like the Giving Back Australia patch?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, but on your back, and then there's all different patches. Like you look at it, you put it on and you grow like you think that you're 10 foot tall and you're bulletproof.
And you put more tattoos when you join these so-called motorcycle gangs?
Yes, I did. When I first started, I only had one tattoo on my arm and one tattoo on my chest.
Yep.
And so I could fit in and so I could look the part, I just started covering my arms up.
And being part of these gangs, did it take you away from your family?
Yes, it did, a lot. I was travelling all over the place, going from clubhouse to clubhouse. And I didn't have time for my children. I was spending money like it was freely available when it wasn't. I wasn't working at the time.
So when you were doing all this, where was your family?
My family was at home, hoping that Dad would come back soon and knock on the door.
Did you get in trouble with the police?
Yes, I did. I had my house raided a few times.
What does that mean for the children?
They came, knocked down my door, and they just searched my whole house, tipped my whole house upside down.
So the police came and broke your door in?
Yeah, they kicked the door in.
And your kids were home?
Yes, yes. You know, they were frightening the kids, and they were searching for weapons and stuff like that. You know, and yeah. So.
That's really sad. Now, as a father, how did that make you feel? Obviously, I've seen some of your children, they're scarved, and your wife is scarved, alhamdulillah. How did that make you feel that you were responsible for these police bashing the door down and the kids might have been scared? And obviously the police had guns and all this sort of stuff because they need to protect themselves, of course.
Yeah, well, it was quite, word for it, like, to make it black and white, it felt like crap. Like, knowing that I just scared my whole family, my kids. I mean, they woke us up at some days at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
And you had kids this age?
Yes, I've got kids at their age. I had kids at the time, a 1-year-old, 6 months old, and they're searching the bedrooms while the child's asleep, lifting the beds up and
Ibrahim,
stuff like
do you
that.
think your kids will remember that for the rest of their life?
Yes, no, without a doubt, yeah.
So they'll be traumatized now because of silly decisions you made in your past.
Yeah, that's right. All of them. My kids now, like some of the older ones, they look at police officers like they're bad people when they're not. They're like, when these people are there to protect and serve the community, and what my actions did was just make them think that these people were bad, which when they're not.
Ibrahim, what are you still part of these gangs?
No, I'm not. No, I'm.
What made you leave? What made you change from that life to, I should call it the better life? So the better life is being a normal person, being a father, you're holding down a full-time job. What made you, at what point did you go, I can't do this anymore, this is wrong?
I got addicted to drugs.
Oh wow.
And I was heavy on the drugs.
So because of that lifestyle?
Yeah, well, because of that lifestyle, I always had to be up and active, so I got addicted to drugs, and in some of these clubs they don't allow the heavy drugs and stuff like that, so they said to me, well, have a pack your bags and go, or clean yourself up, and I didn't have the opportunities and didn't have the means to clean myself up until I found you, brother.
Alhamdulillah. We're not here to talk about that now. But Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Since you've come into the better life, I want to go back to the tattoos. Even though you're a good person now, alhamdulillah, I know you and you're an amazing person in my eyes, and I have a lot of respect for you. But people still judge you because you're stuck with this now for life. So can you explain that? I don't know much about tattoos, but once you get them, it's not like you can go for a shower and scrub them off. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Unless you've got a lot of money.
Where are they?
They're under the skin. What happens and a lot of people, it goes under the skin. It's like getting a needle when you get but these ones are hundreds of needles sticking at the same time, pushing ink inside your skin, under your skin.
So no matter how much you scrub,
you can scrub as much as you can.
So now if police pull you over, or if you want to get a job in a hospital, or security, or some of these boys might want to be police officers, or work somewhere in government, you can't do that anymore, is that right? Because of the past you've had?
Yeah, that's right. Like, because of the past I had, there's a lot of things that stopped me from doing things that I wanted to do. Yeah, like.
Do people judge you, Ibrahim?
Yes, like even like
now.
Yes. A lot of people look at me and think, first off they think, look, this guy is covered in tattoos. He's a bad person.
Can I ask you, do you have any regret, and what is it?
Well, my regret is the first tattoo I ever got. The first tattoo I ever got, I regret, because from that first tattoo it just led on to the...
Just before we open up, because I'm looking at the boys and they're looking like they just want to ask questions. What advice can you give these brothers and all the young boys that are watching on camera, if you were to go back and talk to yourself right now when you were 15 years old? What advice would you be giving yourself if you were looking in the mirror?
Do not get a tattoo. Whatever you do not get a tattoo, because when you're my age, you're going to be regretting it. You're going to say, I wish someone came to me and told me to stop and think what you're doing. This is destroying your body. Destroying...
It's haram.
It's haram. When you stand in front of your Lord and he asks you, why did you get tattoos? What's your answer going to be? Because it was cool. Because it was cool.
Ibrahim, I want to thank you. I'm going to open up to the boys now, and every week they've got some awesome questions. I know you're dying to answer, but you've got to be really loud. What's your question?
Okay. Were your wife and kids disappointed in you?
Well, now, so his question is, because I know he was soft, were your wife and kids disappointed in you for the tattoos or for being in the bikie gang, or both?
For when the cops came to their house.
So when the police came to your house, he's saying after the police left, was your family disappointed in you? What happened?
They were more than disappointed. I sort of went for a little bit. I had to go stay at my friend's house because my wife and my kids didn't want me there. They thought they were in danger because of what I was doing.
So they felt like you were bringing trouble home?
Yes.
Wow. Yes, sir.
When you were 15, did you know the good or bad?
So
when I was 15, what did I do?
So he's asking, when you were 15 years old, before you started making these decisions, did you know right from wrong?
I did know right from wrong, but I was ignorant. I didn't think that. I didn't think properly. I thought if I get it, no, I wasn't forced. Yeah, I thought, it's cool, it's all right. Maybe one day, I can get rid of it. But little did I know that it's a lot harder than you think.
Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of time. Yes.
Did the police find any weapons?
When the police came to your house, I always got to repeat it for the camera. Did they find any weapons in your house?
No, they didn't. But what they did was they put a prohibition order against my house.
What does that mean?
That means I'm not allowed to even own. I like hunting, so now I'm not allowed to ever own a hunting gun. I'm not allowed to have hunting knives.
So there goes that hobby.
Yeah, hobby's gone.
So even if your kids might want to do that, you can't even do that with your children anymore.
No one in my house, anyone that I'm living with, can ever own something for hunting.
So in other words, Ibrahim, for the rest of your life, because of the decisions you made, you'll be paying the consequences for them, regardless, even though you're a better person now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, sir.
Was it expensive to get tattoos?
Well,
Was it expensive to get tattoos?
was it expensive to get tattoos?
Well, see, I got roped in. The first tattoo was free. And then, every time I sat down, every hour cost me $250.
Wow. So can you tell just average, we don't know 100%, but I know you've got them all over your body, but just your arm, how much would you have spent there on one arm?
About $15,000.
Wow. Imagine what sort of car we can buy with that, eh, boys? Someone at the back. We'll come back to you. Someone at the back. Anybody? No? Yes.
So have you ever experienced life in jail?
What was the question?
Have you ever experienced the life in jail?
Yes. So sorry, Ibrahim. You have been to jail?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay. Can you just share a little bit on, what jail life is like? Because there is a brother coming next week. But if you can share that experience with us.
One word for jail is disgusting. Really, like I came to the point where I have to shower with your shoes on. It's that disgusting. Like it's somewhere you do not want to be. You're locked in a cell the size of a toilet. And you've got two people in there. and that's it. You have to live with that person if you like him or not.
And the toilet, there's no wall.
There's no windows, no walls,
Oh,
there's no nothing.
yeah.
It's a little
Yes,
box.
sir.
When you were arrested, were you with your family or you were like?
I was with my family, yeah. They arrested me in front of my children, in front of my wife, in front of everyone in the whole town that I was living in. They really made a big scene about it.
Ibrahim, when I met you, I know you were a big fan of Steve de Blez, and I remember you asked me a long time ago if I knew him, because you looked up to him, and even when you were in this life, you were watching his videos.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said to me that his videos affected you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why they affected you?
Just seeing the brother, how it was helping brothers and just helping the ummah, helping us with all different sorts of situations, like showing people where to go when if something's wrong. Like with your video, brother. Like when I seen your video, the brother, that's what led me to
Actually, true story.
Yeah.
When Steve de Blez came and knocked on our door, Giving Back Australia, is what made you come and get help.
Yes, yes.
SubhanAllah, well, I'm going to put you on the spot. I believe Steve's got a question for you. So he's here behind the camera.
No, I just want to say I love you for the sake of Allah and what you've done now. Telling us your story in front of hundreds of people watching us online. What an honour to have someone like you in our community now to at least acknowledge that you had a bad past and alhamdulillah you've repented and asked Allah for forgiveness. So we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to accept your repentance and barakallahu fiik.
Thank you, brother.
Steve, come around so people can see you because everyone knows who you are. I just want to ask you, just while the boys are asking, you've come today and come here, Steve.
No, that's all right.
Allah, you've come today and you've seen what's going on, the atmosphere with the boys. Can you share with us what you actually experienced?
No, when you spoke to me a couple of days ago, and you said that you have a youth program. I was honoured. I mean, a lot of our kids go to the PCY season, which is good, but we don't have anything ourselves where we can monitor 24/7. So when you said can you come along, I was like, yeah, I'm going to come and see what we can do.
Feel the kids are enjoying it, mashallah.
Mashallah, everyone's happy, but half of these guys can't wait to have a snag downstairs. I can see that.
I'm more excited than that.
But what I want to see, inshallah, so the people watching now, I want this room to be full of kids, our youth. And you say this all the time, no matter if you're a Muslim or a non-Muslim, everyone's welcome to come. It's a free event, subhanAllah, and what an awesome feeling to be a part of it.
Does anybody have any questions for Steve? Oh my God, yes. We're ambushing you, Steve.
No, 8 festivals next year.
So did you used to, when you made those videos, did you used to help brothers and sisters?
Yeah, so I've always, like Shuv, we've always helped people, alhamdulillah, and we try our very, very best to reach out so we get hasanat exactly right. So we feel like it's a sadaqah jariyah, yeah? So when we do good for the community, we expect, inshallah, Azza wa Jal, Allah to, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to look after us, inshallah, and look after our kids.
What made you do that?
I've always been a funny sort of a character at school, so I liked drama, I liked acting. And one day, Brother Hoblos, everyone knows who Hoblos is, came up to me one day in the cemetery, at a funeral, subhanAllah, and he said, Steve, you're doing all these funny videos, how about you put a twist and start talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your videos and put in a hadith at the end of it. So I thought, okay, I like acting, so I'm going to start acting, but at the same time, talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do a hadith. And as you can see that with One Path Network, alhamdulillah, we're doing a very good job.
Steve, I've noticed it's not only the adults. I watch a lot of your videos and I see how many young boys follow you. So wallah, I want to congratulate you, Ibrahim, that
and that was my aim to get the kids.
You are becoming a role model for them.
Alhamdulillah, it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling, especially when they come up to you in the streets and they recognise your videos. But again, we always remember, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us firm on His deen and not let our hearts turn, because it's easy to get famous. Once once everyone starts knowing who you are, you change and you become more for the likes and shares. We don't want that. We want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's happiness.
Steve, as a brother, is going to break his arm. He's had it up for 5 minutes.
When you made your first video, what was it about?
My first video was...
Was it the dancing out of the car?
I've seen a lot of video from MIA, JYC.
No, it's Sahtan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Sahtan bakery.
Wasn't it dancing out of the car?
It was dancing out of a car. And that went viral. And then now I regret it. And I'm looking for these videos and deleting them.
Yeah,
what's your
advice? That was the one I saw.
Yeah. Steve, you've met Brother Ibrahim, and you've got to give credit where it's due.
Absolutely.
Your awareness coming down to Giving Back Australia is what this gentleman noticed and made you come all the way from?
From young.
From young. So we want to say thank you and we want to encourage you to keep going. Now, since you're the reason why this brother changed his life, what's your advice for the brother?
What I was saying before, always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep you firm on his deen. And the famous hadith, Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Thabbat qulubna ala dinak ya Allah. Ya Allah, all the turn of hearts, keep my heart firm on your deen because Allah can use us. Then He can throw us out if we're not sincere. I ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to keep you sincere, akhi. And I'm here to support you. Shuv is here to support. All these kids are here to support you. Whatever you need, we're here to help, inshallah.
Did everybody enjoy Ibrahim today? Yeah! Okay, so we'll leave the questions until Ibrahim's going to stay. He's going to hang around with you guys. Anybody that's got any questions, you can talk to him. Steve, thank you very much for coming down. Wallahi, we really appreciate
I appreciate you
coming down and letting people know about this place. We want to thank Steve. Every time we call him and tell him we've got an idea, he says, just give me a place and I'll be there. Ibrahim, thank you very much for coming down and sharing your experience with us. Guys, every single week, we're going to have somebody with a different experience. Again, credit is to Keith and Brother Billy. They came up with the initiative at Brotherhood Boxing to start this program. Giving Back Australia only here in support. Steve's here in support. Everybody here in the background is only here in support. Bring down your kids next Saturday. Thank you very much for watching. Peace be upon you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.